Hi guys, so today I'm going to make a new series and it's going to be called Let's Talk About, which I will be doing Let's Talk About on all of basically series and franchises and actors that I have. And this is going to be episode 1 of Let's Talk About. And in this video I'm going to be talking about my Tom Hanks collection. And I haven't decided about the next Let's Talk About I'll do, but I'll decide it later in the week of what I'll do. But in this Let's Talk About episode 1, I'm going to be talking about my Tom Hanks collection. So yeah, but without further ado, let's get started. So yeah, okay, it all started in 1994. We got Forrest Gump. I haven't seen this movie in a long time, but I will rewatch this soon. Yeah, this is actually a good film. It's probably one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. Yeah, I like this film. This film's a really good film. I like this movie. This movie's a good and funny and entertaining film. And I really like this film. It's a really good film. It's one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. Yeah, it's a good film. Here's the front. There's the side. There's the back. And it says, "Life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get." And there's a disc. So yeah, that's Forrest Gump, and it's a really good film. It's one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. I really love this film. And the reason why this is in a slim case is because I bought a Tom Hanks box set, but then I got rid of the box because I didn't want it anymore. And now I have the slim versions because I got them in a box set. And I'll tell you the reason why I got the box set later in this video. But I got Saving Private Ryan the box set, but it didn't come with a disc, and I got rid of that DVD cover because it doesn't have a disc in it. But I will rebuy that for my birthday on Blu-ray. So yeah, that's Forrest Gump. And then in And then next up in 1998 we had Big. I says, have you ever had a really big secret? Yeah, Big is a good film. It's one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. I like this film. This film's a really good, funny and entertaining film. And you can see this is one of Tom Hanks' very first films because he's really young in it, as you can see. This wasn't one of his very first ones. It was, but Turner and Hooch was another one. But I don't have Turner and Hooch on DVD, but I have seen it though. I watched this movie on Disney Plus and I thought it was really good. And you can see this is one of Tom Hanks' films, very first films, because he's really young in it. And this is actually a good film. It's very funny and very entertaining film. I like this film. It's a PG. Here's a front. Here's a side. And here's a back here. And the special features include interactive menus, scene access, original theatrical trailer, and multiple language subtitles. And it's on for 99 minutes, and it's PG contains mild sex references and language. Pentagon and Shenview and Simpsons Movie suited for young children. And there's a disc. Yeah, Big. This is a good film. I like this film. This is a good film. I really like this film. Yeah. So yeah, that's Big. And then next up in 2000 we had Castaway. Yeah, Castaway is a good film. I like this film. It's a good survival film. You can see it's similar to The Martian because it's about survival. It's about this guy and he has to learn to survive on an island, and The Martian is about Matt Damon surviving on Mars. Yeah, you see this is like The Martian, as you can see. It's similar to The Martian, same story as The Martian is. Yeah, I like this film. It's one of my favourite Tom Hanks films, and this is a good film. I really like this film. Here's a front, here's a spine, and here's a back. You can see it has no cover because I got rid of the cover because I didn't want it anymore. And you can see it's in the slim case, you know why. And here's a disc here. Yeah, Castaway is a good film. I like this film. It's a really good survival film, and I really like this film. It's good. So yeah, that's Castaway. And before I show you the next Tom Hanks film, I want to show you something else. Oops, sorry about that. Okay, this next thing I want to show you before I show you the next Tom Hanks film. This is Castaway again because this is a 2016 reissued version. Because here's the saying. I want to get this for Christmas, and I got it for Christmas. But then I got a Tom Hanks box set for Christmas because I couldn't get the next Tom Hanks film digitally, so I had to buy that box set to get that Tom Hanks film. And that's the only place I could get that Tom Hanks film. And Castaway came in the box set, and I already had Castaway. But I got a few other Tom Hanks films, which is good. So this is another version of Castaway. As you can see, it's a 2016 reissued version. As you can see, it's a different cover, as you can see. It's a 12, here's the front. I'm not going to bother going through all the stuff again because I've done it. There's a spine, and here's the back here. And it says, discover the unforgettable journey of hope, courage, and survival. It says 4 stars Empire. And it's on for 138 minutes, and 12 contains intense plane crash sequence and moderate injury details. C21st to 12 not used by 10 for the age. And you can see this thing is broken. I don't know how it broke. Maybe it just fell or something. Okay, it's fine. But anyway, here's the disc. You can see it's the same as the one I got in the box set. That's the other version of Castaway I have. And then next up, we're back onto the films now. And next up in 2002, we had Catch Me If You Can, and this stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Tom Hanks. This is the true story of a real fake, and it's a Steven Spielberg film. Now, this movie is not one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. It's actually not, I don't think it's that good film. I think it's okay though, but I just don't really like it that much because it's focused on Leonardo DiCaprio too much, and I just mainly wanted to see Tom Hanks because he's one of my favourite actors. And of course, you know that I'm not a huge fan of Leonardo DiCaprio, but there is some films I like of him, though. But I mainly just wanted to see Tom Hanks. I just didn't really care about Leonardo DiCaprio that much. Because Tom Hanks barely gets any screen time in this, and Leonardo DiCaprio gets the most screen time. And I just think this movie's okay. I just don't really think it's one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. But if you like this film, that's fine. It's probably just not one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. It's just that it's focused on Leonardo DiCaprio too much, and I don't really like the story that much. Here's the front, here's the spine, and here's the back, and you can see this is the film that I got in the box set, and this is the reason why I got the box set, to get Catch Me If You Can, to get Catch Me If You Can, and I couldn't get that movie digitally, so I had to buy this box set to get Catch Me If You Can because I couldn't get it digitally. And it says One Hell of a Ride, Empire. And here's a disc here. And you can see this is in a slim case as well. So Catch Me If You Can, it's an okay movie, but you know what I mean. So that's Catch Me If You Can, and then next up in 2004 we had The Terminal. And it says 4 stars, superb, news of the world, and this stars Tom Hanks and Catherine Zeta-Jones. Yeah, this is probably one of my favourite Tom Hanks films. My favourite Tom Hanks film, just to let you know, is Castaway. And this is probably my second favourite Tom Hanks film. Yeah, I like this film. This film's funny, entertaining. And it's a good story film. It's based on a true story, this is. And Catch Me If You Can is as well. And it's a good film. I really like this film. It's funny and entertaining. It's good. Here's the front. Here's the spine. And here's the back here. And here's the disc here, as you can see. So the Terminal, this is my second favourite Tom Hanks film. I really like this film. It's a funny and entertaining film, and I really like this film. It's a good film. So that's the Terminal. And then next up in 2007... we had the Simpsons Movie. Now, this isn't really a Tom Hanks film. I'm only showing it because Tom Hanks has a cameo scene in this. And from those of you who have seen the Simpsons Movie, you may know why I'm showing this, because Tom Hanks has a cameo scene in this film. And I really like his cameo scene in this film. And this is a really funny and entertaining film. I really like this film. I'm only showing it because Tom Hanks has a cameo scene in it. Here's a front, here's a spine, and here's a back here. And here's a disc here. I see the covers gone for this one as well, because I didn't want any more, and I got this instead of work back in 6th class. So the Simpsons Movie, it's a funny and entertaining film, and I'm only showing it because Tom Hanks has a cameo scene in it. So that's the Simpsons Movie, 2007. And then lastly, in 2020, we had A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which came out in 2020, so this is the latest film. And there's also a Tom Hanks Pinocchio that they're doing. I think it's in development at the minute. I used to have a bunch of other Tom Hanks DVDs, but then I got rid of them and I just kept these ones. I actually do have one more Tom Hanks film that I forgot to get out, and I'll show it after I've showed this one. So yeah, this movie's a good and entertaining film. I like this film. It's a good story to it. It's a real happy film. And yeah, it's not one of my favourite Tom Hanks films, but I still think it's a good film, though. I like it. Yeah, it's a good film. This is, really like this film. It's a good, entertaining and happy film. I like this film. Yeah, and it says 5 stars of Times, 5 stars Metro, 5 stars the Sun, and 5 stars the Hollywood News. And it says Tom Hanks shines as Fred Rogers, digital spy. It's PG as a front, as a spine, and as a back here. And it says warm, cozy hug of a film, total film, exclusive empire. And I'm not going to read the special features because it'll take too long. And it's on for 1 hour and 44 minutes, and it contains mild bad language, violence, parental guidance, gender viewing, something very suited for children. And here's a disc here. So, A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, this is a good, happy film. I really like this film. It's a really good film. Okay, I'm gonna get that last Tom Hanks DVD that I have, sorry. Okay, and here's the last Tom Hanks DVD I have, and it is The Polar Express. And it says Feel Festive. Yeah, it's probably one of my favourite Tom Hanks... No, this is actually not one of my favourite Tom Hanks films, but it's one of my favourite Christmas films. I like this film. It says Robert Zemeckis film. Yeah, I like this film. This film's a good Christmas film. I really like this film. It's a really good Christmas film. This is a really good Christmas film. I really like this film. Love Tom Hanks. It's really good. It's one of my favourite Christmas films. It's a U, here's a front, here's a spine, and here's a back here. And it's on for 96 minutes, and you can take Malpole University Vol. And here's a disc here. So yeah, The Polar Express, I really like this film. It's a really good film. So that's my Tom Hanks collection. Hope you enjoyed it. And stay tuned for my next Let's Talk About. I can't think of what it will be, but later in the week I'll decide what it will be. So I hope you enjoyed my first Let's Talk About, and stay tuned for my next one, which I'll decide later in the week for it. So yeah, Tom Hanks, by the way, he's a great actor and he's great films. I really like him. He's one of my favourite actors. He's great. So yeah guys, thank you for watching my video. See you in my next video and goodbye. Peace.